Hi guys, welcome back to Learn with Lubhas, and in this tutorial we'll solve one of our audience query who has asked me to solve his case. Mr. Satish asked me that I have one bungalow with two floors and I have given top floor on rent and ground floor is used for self-occupation. How to calculate house property income in this case? Let me solve this query, and before going to this query, let us go ahead and see how what we have learned in earlier tutorials. Earlier tutorial we have covered how to calculate income from the house property. Okay, for if the house property is used for self occupation and it is used for let out property, since there are two different residential units in case of Satish. Okay, one is ground floor, second another is top floor. So there are two distinct and different residential units. So both the residential units will be considered as separate houses. Okay, so if it was the case where you have one property, you don't have the separate floors or separate residential units are not there. One room you are using for your own self occupation and another one room you have given to somebody else on rent, then in that case you won't get the benefit of self occupied property because you can't distinct, because all the other facilities, bathroom common and other things are common, kitchen, other facilities, garden, recreation room, all the other things are common. Then in that case you can't separate this house into two residential units. Wherever you can do this, you can get the benefit of self-occupied property along with the let out. So here we go. Both the floors are different, distinct. All the facilities are available. Almost all the facilities are distinct. Then in that case, one residential unit will be considered as one flat or one house and one property even, and the calculation will be done separately for both the units. For residential unit, the calculation will be based upon self-occupied property, and for let out property it will be as if it is let out. So here we go again. As we all are aware that gross annual value one need to calculate. In case of self-occupied, it is always nil, and out of this standard deduction is not available. Since if you calculate 30% of nil, then it will come to nil only, and you will get the benefit of interest if you have paid on interest on borrowed capital. For if in case of repair renovation, it is maximum limit of 30,000, and in case of new purchase or construction of new house property, you will get the benefit of maximum benefit of 1,50,000. So this is how you can calculate income under the house property in case of self-occupied property, and similarly you can calculate for let out property. Okay, so here we are solving the query. You can see once there are independent residential unit in a house property which can be separately identified and used, then annual value of each unit has been given on the rent, which will be calculated as a let out property, and annual value of other portion shall be treated as nil because it is used for self-occupied purpose. Now let us have some figures. Municipal valuation of the total property of both the floors, if I assume is 2 lakh, fair rent is 2 lakh 50,000 and standard rent 2 lakh 60,000. Annual rent of let out portion is 1 lakh 20,000. Interest on loan taken for the total bungalow for both the floors is 4 lakh. And how to calculate? First, let us go for residential unit 1. It is used for self occupation purpose, then annual value shall be nil. Only the interest deduction you can get. The out of 4 lakh interest, if both the properties are of same area or similar nature, then I have taken half of this interest amount, that is 2 lakh rupees. But in case of self-occupied property, you cannot claim more than 1 lakh 50,000 as interest. So interest is 1 lakh 50,000. Then you will have the loss of 1 lakh 50,000 from house property from unit 1. Moving ahead to residential unit 2, wherein municipal valuation, fair rent, standard rent, all the three figures are available. You take half of I have taken because this figure is of full bungalow. So all all the figures I have done half. So for 2 lakh it is 1 lakh for residential unit 2, fair rent is 1,25,000, standard rent is 1,30,000. So higher of municipal valuation or fair rent, whichever is higher, 1,25,000, but limited to standard rent. Here standard rent is already higher, then 1,25,000 will be considered as gross annual value. 1,25,000 is is reasonably expected rent RR. Then we have to compare it with actual rent. Actual rent is less than RR, so RR will be the gross annual value. So 1,25,000 that reasonably expected rent has become as gross annual value. Out of that, one will get the deduction of 30% standard deduction, 37,500 deduction less interest on loan. Again, 4 lakh divided by 2 is 2 lakh rupees interest. But in that case, here in let out property, there is no limit for interest. If you have paid 10 lakh rupees interest, then you can claim as a deduction. So total 2 lakh rupees we have claimed, and income under the house property again is minus 1,12,500. So total loss you can claim under the house property is 2,62,500 rupees. So here we have solved this query. Hopefully this tutorial will make sense for those who have their one property which has two different residential units. For them, they can get the benefit of self-occupied property. Otherwise, if there is no different distinct residential units, then you won't get the benefit of self-occupied property. So thank you very much for your patience watching to this tutorial. If you like us, then just come on and subscribe to this YouTube channel, and you can post your all the queries relating to accounting, your income tax, service tax, whatever queries you do have. You can just go ahead and post your queries on our Facebook page, that is www.facebook.com/learnwithlodhas, and for filing of TDS return and other queries, you can post it on our another official page at www.filingtdsreturn online. So thank you very much for patient watching to this tutorial. Thank you.